Hey, I decided to share this uh, lacing pattern, which perhaps can help some people to get their skates tighter or allow them to tie certain parts less than the others. And I didn't, I came up with this by myself. I'm not sure if I'm the only one, the first one. There's not too many different ways you can put the lace through the skate that makes sense. So I'm sure that somebody else came up with the same thing before me, but I haven't. I was looking and I couldn't find. So here it is. So we're going with the typical uh, lacing method. So you start as you usually start, the first eyelet, and you can go over or under. If your skate have 11 sets of eyelets, then you probably want to go this way. Well, you have to kind of go this way. If it's more typical 10 eyelets, then you can start either way because you have to establish your base first, because you need even number of eyelets outside of the first. So this way we have 10 eyelets in this skate. I used that, I left with 9, so I put just regular crisscross to use up the 9, so I have 8 left. So once we did that, we need to come out from inside out. So we skip one eyelet, but we come back in the one eyelet, one down. Same thing on this side. Skip one eyelet, so this is basically the pattern. So there are two ways you can go from here. You can go this way. In this case, whatever you have going on here, this will not be able to pull this string because it bites on itself here. So this portion will remain loose. However, if you want to go under, then you're going to be able to have a tight skate, and it more or less regular, if you don't need anything clever kind of a way of doing it. It just allows you to tie skates tight. So we're kind of going, continue with the same pattern. It repeats every two eyelets. So we're going under, skip one, come back lower, go under, skip one, come back lower, and keep doing that all the way to the top. Now we're going in the top eyelet, but we'll come out from the second eyelet. Now for those of you who do not tie the top eyelet rather, you don't have to start with this stuff. You just start the pattern from the first eyelet instead of doing this first crisscross like that. So now it's a little more convoluted, but if you used to it, it's actually much faster to get in and out of skate this way, because you have to undo and loosen up half of the sets than you usually do, because you just lose the outside one, inside one loses by itself. So here's how it works. So you start tighten, you pull this, and as you can see, it already stays tight, even though without foot inside. If foot was inside, it would have even stayed more securely here, because the tongue would have pushed against from under. Then you do the same here. As you can see, it cinches up and it stays that way. Then you do it again here, and then the last here. It's kind of cool too, because you come out with your knot in the second down outlet, so this will actually tighten your top portion of the skate and close this real nice. As you can see, put your leg right back against the back of the skate. Now again, for the real hacky, with this skate is fine, but with some Bauers and the ski boots there that go up and hold you want to skip first eyelet probably to be able to bend your foot here. Now as you can see, I don't even need to put a knot. It stays securely already by itself. I cannot do anything here. And with the foot inside, it's even more secure. Now untying it is a little more difficult, because it doesn't want to untie. So what you need to do, you need to grab this and pull hard up, and that loosens the binding, and then it becomes easy. And you do you skip one, and you skip one, and you skip one, and then you pull this up, and you're done. So that's about it. Now, if you want certain areas to be not as tight as the other areas, let's say we want this to be loose here, make it really loose, but the next one, we want to tie. So this really first pop where we started with the pattern. So it's really loose now. I'm gonna go and continue in, but as you see, I didn't put it on there, as I was saying in the beginning. I left it to go over the top, and I'll show you. But from this point on, we want to go regular, if you will. So we'll go under here. I'm not even going to go anymore. So what happens here is this. This is really loose, and I tie this, but you see how this remains loose still, and I keep continuing on, and I tie all the way up, and this is still going to be loose, because and when the foot is inside, it actually secures it even better, because the tongue pushes on this from under and assists to this bite, if you will. And that's how you can skip. You could have put that here and just leave this area looser than that. It depends how you do over or under when you go to the next repetition of the pattern. So there's some things to play here with. Obviously, if you don't tie your shoes all the way up, then you know, there's different ways you can skip the top eyelet. I mean, you can do it just like that and return to a regular crisscross here, and that would work as well, you know, because as you can see, it pulls it here, but it cannot untie back because it gets bitten by this by this line. So this one cannot go back in easily, but you can always, if you pull straight up, then it comes apart. It's a little, as you see, it snaps out. It's a little bit some get used to it if you decide to use this pattern. And this is it.